Nice. I'm Johnny Ray, and I am an addict. This is 5 Hour Recovery. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I was an addict for 20 years. I've seen and battled through the clutches of addiction and gone through all sorts of different things to try to get clean. And upon getting clean, I came up with this vision, this idea, this network of being able to get clean and help other addicts with their addiction. And so I took a suggestion of trying to ask for a GoFundMe account. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to invest in 5 Hour Recovery. I'd like you to invest in building a website, building a network of people that can help other people with the clutches of addiction, finding them detox and treatment, lining them up with psychologists, psychiatrists, help them work on themselves, line them up with fellowships, line them up to being able to reunite them with their families, line them up with getting their kids back, getting jobs, getting careers, finding out how to live after they've become, clean from the clutches of addiction. And with me is a good friend of mine, Danon.
Hi.
And I think he could share.
Yeah, I can take over from here. So I'm here because this is Johnny living his dream. This is his calling. This is his destiny. This is what he's meant to do. This is where he is in his zone. But this is where he is not in his zone, because this is where he has to be out in front of all of this and ask for some money to make this happen, because it's not going to happen without your help. And Johnny's swallowing his pride right now because this is very uncomfortable for him, as it is for me. It's really hard to ask for help. Ask any addict. So I'm here to talk about, one, how awesome this guy is, and two, how awesome his dream is and what he wants to do and why you should give him money. We'll start with how I first met Johnny, and that was I was homeless, and my phone had just been turned off, and so I was spending the day riding the E-line back and forth so I could use the Wi-Fi, because everything else was closed because of COVID. And that's not a fun place to be. So I started taking the steps, getting myself into treatment, and I give my mom a call, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you should come over, you can help me make some masks, do this, do that." And I'm like, "That sounds awesome." And then she picks me up, and she's like, "Oh yeah, at some point this guy's gonna be stopping by because he's helping me out with this or that or whatever, and it'd be cool if you met him too." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds cool." And then, a couple minutes later, Johnny walks through the door, and he's like, "What's up, dude? Do you want help or not?" And I'm like, "What's going on here?"
Straight to the point.
Yeah. So my mom...
No beating around the bush. Let's get into it.
My mom tricked me a little bit, but I'm really glad that she did, because I said, "Yes, absolutely, I want help." And so me and Johnny went for a semi-romantic walk along this little boardwalk, and we sat down on a bench, and I shared my story, and I was really impressed.
So, not to interrupt you, first phase of 5 Hour Recovery is remembering where we came from, sharing our testimony. In order for me to assess and help out, I've got to know who you are, and I got to know that you want it. So the important part is to share your story as detailed as possible. It gives me a chance to get to know you, gives me an opportunity to know where you've come from and what you want to do about your problem. So, go ahead. Sorry.
And that's what I loved about it. And I noticed this. He was a very good listener. And interacted with me while he was listening. It wasn't just like, what's going on. He had questions. He shared little bits about himself, and he made me feel really comfortable. And got me really inspired, got me really excited. It quickly became apparent that we were similar in a lot of ways, and one of the main ways is I'll use an example of I think it was like 7 or 8, and my mom asked me, "Danon, why did God put you on this earth?" And I said, "To help people," without any hesitation or pause. And I still feel that way to this day. It's just been a long time since I've been able to facilitate that, actually make it happen, because I wasn't taking care of myself. So Johnny was put here to help people, and he's good at it. I've seen him do a lot of these calls where he sets up, to do people's testimonies, and every time is better than the time before. And every time I'm like, how could he top that? Like that is incredible. Like you can hear the person on the phone getting excited, like, and just like relief, like, oh my God, I have help. And this is really cool because it's got all the benefits of any other program that you may have heard of or seen, but so much less restrictions. You know, there's a lot of programs where the first real like interaction and help that you get is, you know, getting a sponsor, which is awesome, and I love, and I have a sponsor. But with Johnny, you get a call, and within 24 hours most of the time you're face to face with him, telling your story, being heard, and having someone immediately be like, here's someone you can call for this, here's someone you can call for this, how can I be there for you, how can I help you? And like it's really powerful. And I am just beyond excited for him and what he's doing, and the fact that I get to be a part of it, that I get to stand beside him through this. And so I'm just really excited. He has so many options and so many ways to take this, and with your money, he can actually start doing that. Right now, he's working his butt off at a job and barely has any time or energy to do any extra stuff, and yet he does more than most people could in a day if they didn't work a full-time job. And so invest in this guy. We can do a lot of really cool things, and we can help a lot of people. It's just a matter of getting it started.
Yeah. So thank you, obviously, for all that. It was amazing. I was not expecting that. What your investment will bring is results, right? I mean, it's if you invest, you're gonna see communities get better. You're gonna see people get better. You're gonna see families get better. You're gonna see people improve their lives drastically, and there'll be proof of that. There'll be proof through real testimonies of people who have gone through addiction and who are now helping others in service. And that's what I'd like. I'd like to build a website. Your investment would help me build a website and create an all access, no holds bar of all the different things that you can do to get clean, different detox facilities you can go into, different fellowships, all of that. I'd also like you to invest in people and investing in the people that now become part of the network. You see, through 5-Hour Recovery, Dana has not just been able to walk through it. He now is a part of it. He now helps people in 5-Hour Recovery. He helps people with recovery in general. And that's what's awesome. We're building a community. We're building a network of recovering people. So this is the most difficult thing I've had to do. I'm not a pat myself on the back kind of an individual. I feel extremely uncomfortable. I've done bunch of these videos, and this is the most uncomfortable I feel. I almost feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
So but you're moving through that discomfort because you know that it's going to make so that you can help other people.
True. So if you're interested, I'm going to set up a GoFundMe account, and
please help us out. We need it.
Add to the hat, maybe? Throw a little in there. Thank you guys for listening, and I appreciate you. Thank you.